pups, this is RP here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to draw Jack Skellington. Okay, so first you're going to choose 3 layers, of course, 3 layers, and then you're going to go to this option right here, which is a SketchUp pencil tool, which, okay, if you want to do it like differently or digitally, but you can also do it traditionally, like traditional pen and paper, all that type of stuff. But if you want to do it digitally, that's fine too. Any kind of drawing mechanism you feel like is okay is perfectly fine. Now we're going to start off by drawing a circle, like so. But if you find this a little too challenging like I am right now, then you can just go ahead and go to the ellipse tool. Actually, we're just going to draw like a Jack Skellington head. Of course, you can just go to the pencil tool, click on ellipse, and then just do a head like that. And then we're going to go to curve. Well, if you have fire alpaca or anything else, then that's okay. But for now, we're doing this the easy way. So we're going to do it like this. And we're going to do little curves to make his neck. There we go. And now we're going to draw out his little bow tie, which of course is like a little bat. There we go. Okay, technically it's not supposed to do that. Okay. Of course I'm having a little bit of difficulty with this, so... And we're going to do it like this. You're going to draw his little bow tie, then do the spiky things, of course. But for this little bat bow tie, we're just going to draw a heart and do these little wings. Of course, they're uneven, but if you feel like they're uneven, you can either go back and erase it, or you can just click on the select tool, select, copy, paste, then go to the layers tool, then click rotate horizontally or flip vertically. Of course, we can't do like a vertically because, you know. And we're going to go back to the ellipse tool and do Jack's eyes. Again, these are uneven, so we're going to click on the line tool, the line perspective. Then if you feel like they're too far apart, we're going to click the select tool, and we're going to click the move tool. So there we go. Now we're going back to the curve, and we're going to off that thing, off the lines, and we're going to do Jack's nose. This is where his nostrils should be. And now we're just going to give him a little skeleton smile. Like so. Of course, that wasn't very perfect. Okay, so that's the easier way to do it. Now, the harder way to do it is with this. Okay? So the harder way to do it is with the sketch tool. Of course, we're going to minimize the size. And we're going to try to draw out a circle like this. Now, what I normally do in any and all my sketches is I normally sketch it out of my sketchbook, but if I want to do it digitally, if you want to do it digitally, then you can line out, okay, which is very difficult in this. Okay, we don't want to zoom out, we want to zoom in. Of course, you want to zoom in, and then you line up where his eyes should be. Oh wait, whoops, did not mean to do that. Actually, that's a good idea. We might want to do that. If you feel like that this is too small, or the pencil line is too small, you can always push it up or bump it up or maximize it, and then you're gonna draw. You can draw the lines if you want to, because that's what I'm doing. And so we're gonna line up where his eyes should be apart. Okay, well actually that doesn't look very good, so we're gonna start over on that. Okay, a circle for his head, because of course it is a circle. Skeleton circle. Cranium circle. I don't know, I'm just being weird. And now we're going to line up where his face and eyes are going to be. So we're going to draw 2 ovals for the eyes. Oh, okay. Of course, I'm not very good with digital sketching. We're going to draw 2 ovals for the eyes, and my digital sketching isn't very good, hence why I go on ahead and do the traditional sketching first, then I do the actual sketching. And so we're going to draw 2 or 3 little rectangles for his neck. Rectangles! If you guys remember that SpongeBob SquarePants episode where a SpongeBob Patrick committed a quote-unquote crime, or quote-unquote committed a crime of stealing a balloon on National Free Balloon Day, that was probably one of the funniest and craziest episodes I've ever seen in my entire life. The show's weird and I like it. So now we're gonna draw a heart shape for his little bat bow tie, and we're gonna do the eyes, of course. Then draw out the spikes like so. And of course, I can only do a headshot of Jack Skellington. And there we go. Now we're gonna line up the little bat wing line thingies. Again, they don't look very even, but that's okay. So now we're going to move our layer up, because sometimes we get that confused, but that's okay. Now we're gonna draw in our lines. Of course, it's a curve, so let's do it all the way to 10. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna select freehand. And again, you can get Fire Alpaca for free. If you guys want the download to the drawing thingy hicker, I don't know what you call it, like a drawing program, art program, I will leave a link in the description below for the download to Fire Alpaca if you guys are interested. Okay, that doesn't look very good, but that's okay, because we're here to learn. We're going to draw a nose. And now the harder part is drawing out the circle for the head. But of course, since it's smaller, we're going to set it back to 15. We're going to size our brush again to 18. And here we go. Okay, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to select a spot, then we're going to slowly add on our lines, slowly, ever so slowly, and we're going to do it very carefully too. So here we go, like that. Now if you see a line, but if you flip on it, you can just go back and erase excess line art. So, and you can just do that because again, it's easy to do with flower alpaca because I've used this for about a year now, I think. Year, 2 years, I forgot how long I've had this. I probably had this since 2016, 2015, give or take. So here we go. And we're going to just do it on lines. And any excess line art you have, you can just go back and erase it. And just fill it in like so, just like that. And then we can do it like that. And of course, after you fill up all the lines, you can add a little bit of color to it, although there isn't very much color for poor old Jack, because he's just all black and white and everything. But of course, nothing wrong with black and white, because they're both very simple colors and they're very basic. And yes, I am obsessed with The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, whoops. Because it is basically one of my favorite movies ever. And even though some people say it is unknown if it's really a Disney movie or not, I kind of say it is a Disney movie because, you know, Jack is there on Halloween because Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Disney World and Disneyland. You see Jack Skellington there, good old Jackie Jack, Mr. Skellington, Mr. Skeleton Boy. And I have always wanted to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party ever since I was a kid. Or ever since I started uh, learning about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party because I thought it was cool and I absolutely adore Halloween. I'm a very Halloweeny person, basically. So here we go. And of course, it is very easy. You can just color in all these lines right here. Because it's very easy, very simple. But if there is any excess line art, again, you can go back and erase it. Or we can go back and erase it. Okay, so now we have to do this thing right here. And again, we want to be careful within some lines. And we don't want to mess it up. But if you do mess it up, that's okay. You can always go back and redo the design, or just erase the excess line art again. Basically, just repeating myself within this. So yeah, much. Okay, so here we go. And we're gonna fill all these lines in just like that. Okay, didn't respond there for a brief moment. I was getting kind of worried there for a second. Okay, so we can just go on ahead and do this. Just randomly coloring in lines because line art. Do-de-do-de-do, Okay, now we can erase a little bit of that excess line art. Just a little tiny bit. And then we go on ahead and do this. And we can do this too. There we go. And then we're going to go over to his mouth, his skeleton smile. We can just do this. Like so. And so now we're going to go over his mouth. Oh, whoops. Too much line art. Too much line art. Ah. Eraser. See, this is what happens when you have too much of something. And we are just about done with his skeleton smile. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's a little bit excess on there. So we're gonna quickly erase that. And we forgot to do the other side of his bat bow tie wing. Ah, so forgetful. So we're almost done here. So after we line up his little bow tie, we can just go on ahead and do the rest. And we can just put some white outlining on here. But again, any kind of art program you have, MS Paint, any type of art program you have is perfectly fine. So now we're going to go ahead and erase the things on there. Actually, we're going to maximize that. And there we go. There we go. Oh, there's still a little bit on there. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, still a little bit on there. I think that's all the spots that I got. Oh, and we forgot just one little detail, like right over here. So we can just, so again, this is what happens when you do something like that. Okay, so here we have good old Jack Skellington, and we're going to go down a layer, and we're going to click on the paint bucket tool and fill in his eyes, his bow tie. Oh, hang on a sec. We can erase. Oops, that happens a lot. Okay, actually, we don't want it too black. So we're gonna, if you have any colors over here, like color palette, that's okay. So I'm gonna choose this color, which is the color I normally use for Sheldon's hair and everything. Lucariosi. So we're gonna click on that. And then we are gonna go ahead and put some black in there. Wait, maximize it down back to 15 again, because that's what happens when you get all confused. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to go back to the white and fill in his entire head and neck area. And there we go. There you have it. We have Jack Skellington. Now, I know it isn't perfect, but it's what I would deem perfect in my opinion. But if you're doing it a little bit better than I am, then you're doing it right. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Like and sub for more. And comment down below if you want to see more videos like this. And I will see you puppies next time. Stay awesome, stay strong, and stay beautiful, my little puppies. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
I'm unbeatable. Walking down this endless highway, nothing but my friends beside me.